Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel, Leila's Lovely Life. I am Leila, and today I want to bring you one of my new recipes that I tried. So for my October challenges, which I will link here, I challenged myself to do several things, and one of those things I challenged myself to do was to try 5 new recipes. So I thought I would try to make a lasagna. I know lasagna is very basic, and most people have a recipe from grandma and grandpa or mom and dad that have been passed down through your family, but we didn't eat Italian food growing up. I don't know, we don't have any Italian blood, and as far as I know, I've never done one of those genetic tests, but as far as I know, we don't have any and we only ate one type of pasta growing up, that was elbow noodles. That was this special Saturday soup that my mom would make. That's the only pasta we ever had. So I did not grow up eating pasta. I didn't grow up around making lasagna. And so I still struggle to this day. I rarely make lasagna. And when I do, I just kind of wing it. So I thought I'm going to look for a recipe in my extensive, let me show you, goes all the way up there, cookbook collection. Really has been culled and gone through and added to when I felt like I could, you know, like I had a place to put another cookbook that I would actually use. So this is one of my favorite cookbooks. The Ultimate Southern Living Cookbook. And this is where I got the recipe from. Now, I have made a lot of recipes from this. It's even falling apart, unfortunately. But you can see I have used this cookbook extensively. If you can see, yeah. So my advice to you is, if you're a beginner cook and you're looking for a cookbook, I would recommend, if you're a beginner cook, cooking out of a cookbook, because I know the internet's easier, but a lot of those recipes you can't trust them. You can trust like a name brand company that's been around for a long time. If you're going to go online to get a recipe, I would suggest the Food Network. I would suggest All Recipes. Leave comments down below some of your favorite websites to get recipes, so maybe we can all learn like other good places to get recipes. I do get recipes online, but normally I will look at the recipe and kind of, because I've been cooking and baking for a long time, I will go, that doesn't sound like enough baking powder, or that doesn't sound like enough flour, or whatever. And I'll like kind of compare the recipes. Anyway, I went with the classic lasagna recipe from this cookbook. It is on page 285. You probably don't have this cookbook, but I would recommend looking it up. And so I went with this recipe right here, the classic lasagna. And in the following clips, you will see me make it, and then I will join you here again and tell you what I got of it. I am making a brand new recipe, classic lasagna. So what I've already done is I took out a pound of the ground beef that I had prepackaged that I showed you guys, and I'm just going to brown that up a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I'm going to add, this is the can of diced tomatoes that I found, and I think that'll be good, rosemary, onions, and garlic. And then the recipe calls for 2 cans of tomato paste, but I only have 1. So I'm just going to go with what I have. I'm sure it'll be fine. So you can see my lasagna noodles are broken up, pretty broken up, but I'm just going to use what I have and hope for the best. So I cooked the noodles and I spread them out. My hands are burned. My fingers are burned, not too bad. And I have this much mozzarella cheese left. I don't quite know if it's a pound, but I'm going to grate up what I have. And then I will start on the filling. So actually I read the recipe wrong. It says 2 12-ounce cartons of cream-style cottage cheese or ricotta cheese. So actually I am following the directions. So I have these containers of cottage cheese, but they are 16 ounces. So I'm not going to quite use all of this. And yeah, this is what I'm going to use. Okay, so I think I'm ready. So remember this from the biscotti recipe? I still have that, so I'm going to use that. So the recipe says spread about 1/2 cup meat sauce in a greased 13 by 9 inch baking dish. 1/2 cup. That's not a lot. I'm not sure you can see that. That is 1/2 cup because I just measured it. I guess the meat sauce should be saucier. Each of noodles, cottage cheese mixture, mozzarella cheese, and meat sauce. That doesn't seem right. It seems like I should put more meat sauce on the top. And then put the cottage cheese mixture. This is not a 9 by 13 pan. Maybe it's like a 10 by 14. I don't know, I didn't read the bottom. And then I'm supposed to add the mozzarella cheese and the meat sauce. It doesn't say when to add the Parmesan. I think I did it backwards, but this seems more logical to me. If you guys make lasagna all the time, then you tell me, did I do it the right way? Should I have gone with the recipe and put the cottage cheese or ricotta cheese on the bottom? Bit of water to this. I just think, don't you guys think it needs to be a little more saucy? Make it more spreadable? I think it does. Maybe even just a tad bit more. So Kate wanted the rest of the lasagna noodles. She's like, what are you going to do with those? So I just heated a little bit of olive oil up with some butter in a pan and put some Parmesan cheese. And she's going to eat them. So this is how my lasagna turned out before I cut it. Okay, so my honest opinion was, yes, it's a very basic, classic lasagna. It was really good. It was all gone. I did take some to my neighbor, but and then Mark took some for lunch the next day. And I served it with just a regular side salad. It wasn't a salad. It was just lettuce with Caesar dressing and croutons, and it was delicious. In the future, I think I might add, this is my own personal preference, I might add some spicy Italian sausage because I think that would give it even more depth of flavor. So I did like the recipe. I'm glad that I decided to try it out of this book, this cookbook, because it's a nice, simple, easy to follow recipe. Any lasagna is a lot of work, in my opinion. And also, sometimes I think it's cheaper to buy a lasagna. It might not taste as good as your family recipe, but sometimes it's cheaper. So, anyway, that is my one of my recipes I tried this month. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And yeah, let me know down below. Do you like lasagna? Do you have a favorite recipe? What's your favorite cookbook? What's your favorite website to get recipes? And I will see you in my next video, friends. Bye.